You're in Braves country. Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? Try to save the pump roll. Really, this is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
"7:15" by D.M. McGee, 2024. At 7:14, while enduring the hate, he carried the ghosts and stepped to the plate, echoing down from the great Yankee lore, the Bambino's shadow larger from days of before. Henry brushed back the pressure that loomed, threats from fanatics, knowing records were doomed. Into the box, and here comes the pitch. 7:15, it flipped like a switch. Fans escorted 44 round the bases. Hammer and Hank lit up their faces with smiles that unite as he wiped away tears. He hugged Mama tight for so many years. The Hammer had climbed the ladder to the top. A sigh of relief. Briefly, time stopped. We recall and rewind the impossible dream, that night down in Georgia of 7:15. 7:15 by D.M. McGee, 2024. Good afternoon, Braves country. Don't know what the hell's going on. Evidently, they started the game a half hour earlier. They didn't say anything. It was all on all the sites. If one of y'all know why, throw it in the chat. I'd say that Snickers involved somehow. Anyways, it's a 3-1 count. Which probably means this 3D is going to be all jacked up like you're already saying it. It's a 3-1 count, one down. Spencer Strider goes back to work. The four-seam fastball is smoked up the middle, and it's a one-out single for the Tigers. We're in the bottom of the first,
And 0-0 your score. And I have no idea. I'll try to look it up on X when we go to break. But, yeah, for whatever reason, they started the game. We're supposed to start at 1:40 p.m., and that was the start time all day long. Now, all of a sudden, we're in the first inning, which means they started around 1:15. Four-seam fastball swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-2. I'll try to get caught up here. We'll try to go back in and out again. This doesn't look like it's working with the ball. The 0-1 count. Righty-lefty matchup, runner at first, Carpenter. We'll just have to go through the lineups as the game goes on. The 0-1. Four-seam fastball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. High socks from Strider today. The four-seamer misses high and out of the zone. 1-2. Braves nothing, Tigers nothing. The 1-2 pitch. Down below the knees. 2-2. Looks like it's a touch behind as well, but we'll go ahead and pull the screen back. See if we can fix it down the road. I would say all their technology is going to be not all fired up and ready to go because for whatever reason they changed the start time. The 2-2 pops it up high, fairly deep. Over there to make the catch is Michael Harris with his high socks as well. Braves are wearing their Friday Night Reds once again. Gray pants. And Strider and Harris are both wearing high socks, dark blue with red and white striping. Threw me for a loop when I walked back in the studio. I thought it was that they were just showing previous highlights, and I was like, wait a minute, they're wearing red, they're on the road, they haven't done that before, and this is the first time we've been in Detroit. 0-1 count. Strider, 85 miles an hour off the plate. 1-1. Braves nothing, Tigers nothing. Bottom of the first inning, just getting going here. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Braves moved the game up a half hour due to weather. That was not released. When did they actually release that? They released that about an hour before the game. So bad planning on the Tigers as the 2-1 fouls it back 2-2. I have no problem with them doing it, but you really should get your act together and do it long before an hour. You think about the people who are trying to go to the game, and you're getting set to go, and all of a sudden you're getting an alert that the game's starting an hour earlier, and you haven't even gotten out of the shower yet, right? The 2-2 pitch is sawed off towards center field. It's going to be a base hit, and runners on the corners, 2 outs. So I thought it might be, because I do see darker skies and the lights are on, I thought it might be weather related, but typically when you're going to move up the game, you have to do it much more than an hour before first pitch, which is when they did it. They did it right about noon, and the game started at 1:10, I'm going to guess, because they're saying a half hour before. It was supposed to be 1:40. I guess the good news is we get this game over early and get to watch some football, right? Slider in the dirt. Torkelson, it's 1-0. 1-0 count. It's cool to see that the Bucks and the Jets are wearing their throwback jerseys from the 1980s. 1-0, swing and a miss, slider, 1-1. Tigers are in white uniforms, top to bottom. Their classic home uniforms, one of the best logos in all of sport. It became famous via Magnum PI. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. I don't see anything, John, about Nacho being out of the lineup. It's because Snicker is Snicker. That would be my guess. I wondered the same thing. I didn't see anything guy goes out and hits 2 home runs, the first 2 home runs of his entire career, and he goes on the bench the next day. I mean, that's solid management. The 2-1s in the dirt, 3-1 count. Nothing, your score. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Yeah, there was a report by Mark Bowman about an hour ago, said he was out playing catch, and there's no indication that he had any kind of real injury. He had a slight cut on his thumb, but it wasn't stopping him from playing catch. If it was a real injury, he wouldn't be playing. So giving him a day off because he got hot. That'll teach you. The 3-1, swing, pops it up. Down the right field line, giving chase is Acuna. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Tigers go down without a peep. It's 0-0. We go to the top of the second inning here in Braves country.
Roger, at Cornell University, they have an incredible piece of scientific equipment known as the tunneling electron microscope. Now, this microscope is so powerful that by firing electrons, you can actually see images of the atom, the infinitesimally minute building block of our universe. Roger, if I were using that microscope right now, I still wouldn't be able to locate my interest in your problem.
How the do you blow that lead? God, I hate this team. How is it that a starting pitcher will go in there, pitch 6 scoreless innings, and then every time some gets up there in the 7th and starts serving up meatballs like he's working at a sub shop?
Hey, does anybody else feel angry as hell whenever somebody's in the kitchen at the same time as you?
Meanwhile, Herzog created another logjam on the roster when he signed free agent catcher Darryl Porter, who'd been an all-star for him in Kansas City. But the Cardinals already had an all-star and fan favorite behind the plate, future Hall of Famer Ted Simmons.
Ted Simmons was a terrific player, one of the great catchers of his era, who had a dynamic, charismatic personality, very popular.
My favorite player on the Cardinals of all time is Ted Simmons, and I only wanted to be a catcher in baseball, mostly because of Ted Simmons. He was my favorite guy on the Cardinals in the 70s.
Whitey's idea for keeping both catchers in the lineup was curious, to say the least. A solution that involved his star first baseman, Keith Hernandez.
His master plan was to put Teddy Simmons at first base. Hernandez, a Gold Glove first baseman, was going to be playing in left field at the start of games. That didn't sound right to me, but it sounded right to him, and he thought it would work for 6 innings, and he'd change him back.
I mean, I thought he was crazy. I mean, he was going to weaken himself in 2 positions defensively. Ted eventually balked at it and put an end to it. So I guess Whitey had to make a decision.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. 0-0 your score. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies, a splitter in the dirt. Braves 0, Tigers 0. We're going to try to go through the lineup here. In the outfield for the Tigers, it's Green, Meadows, and Perez. McKinstry is back at third. Baez at short. Torres at second. Torkelson is once again at first around the horn. Dingler's behind the plate, and Mize on the bump. Ozzie Albies batting 5th in the order. The 1-2. Lazy pop fly, easy out, 1 away. For the Braves today, it's Profar, Olsen, Acuna, and Baldwin behind the plate. Ozzie is who just batted. And then Kim, Ozuna, Harris, and Brujan because Nacho Alvarez got 2 home runs, so we have to bench him today. What you'll see in the repertoire of Casey Mize is the first pitch on the way, 4-seam fastball up top. It's 1-0. Comes in with a solid 5-pitch mix. He was a former number 1 prospect in Major League Baseball. He's had some injury issues, as they all do. It's the 1-0 inside, 1-1. 4-seam fastball comes in at 34% of the time. Splitter at 25. The slider, curve, and sinker are those other 3 pitches. It's the 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. 2-1 count. The Braves have not seen Mize. The 2-1. Swing. Lifts it. High into center, not deep at all. Easy catch. F8 on your scorecard. Easy out. Meadows with the catch. Every time I see that name, Parker Meadows, it just sounds like a made-up name. Does this sound like something that's in a novel? Like Parker Meadows? Like, what's your real name, son? You couldn't give your ID to the police and tell them your name was Parker Meadows. They'd never believe you. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Righty-righty. 95 right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Ozuna back in the lineup. Batting 7th. Harris and Brujan to follow if he can get on. 0-1. Down and away 1. What you missed in the top of the first inning because nobody knew the game was starting. On my end, at least. Olsen walked, and the Braves did not score. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Mize got him on the bender on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. He has a strikeout. Strider has a strikeout. We'll head to the top of the, or bottom of the second inning, I should say. 0-0 your score.
Who else downloaded TikTok thinking, hey, I won't get addicted to it? Well, that was a lie.
Irish people, avert your eyes. There's a potato shortage. Not again. This is the worst news to hit Ireland since the last potato shortage. And before that, we didn't have any bad news. Why is there a shortage of potatoes? It's because of the weather. People wonder why all we talk about is the weather. It's because if the weather does not look favourably upon Ireland, there's no potatoes. And without potatoes, historically, we don't do that when. Without potatoes, all Ireland is a random, useless island with a load of tech companies' headquarters on it. I'm calling on Google and Apple to sort this the out.
I remember Whitey grabbing him and dragging him down off the field and the booing. Gary's a good friend and he straightened himself out a long time ago. But when that happened, he had to go.
I promised Gussie that he wouldn't be on the team the next year, but I wanted to give me a chance to see what I could do.
1981 would end up being an odd year for the Cardinals, and all of baseball for that matter. When the players' strike interrupted the middle of the season for almost 2 months, a unique resolution was put into effect for the season, a resolution that somehow left the Cardinals outside of the playoff, despite having the best overall record in the National League East.
When the strike was called and lasted for so long, the brain trust in Major League Baseball decided to turn the season into 2 halves. Well, overall record, we had the best record, but we didn't finish first in either so-called half.
I was angry. I'm sure we all were kind of angry, saying, hey, wait a minute, we had the best record in the National League East, and we're not in the playoffs.
But that was the breaks. We didn't go, and that just kind of set the tone for us coming the next spring training in '82.
Welcome back. Spencer Strider fires the first pitch in there to Perez, righty-lefty matchup. Fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Perez. 4-seam fastball. 1-1. Swing. Hits it on the ground over to second. 4-3 will be your put out. Easy Breezy, one away. Dingler, the batter. That never gets not funny. First pitch on the way is a slider down and away. It's 1-0. You kind of think over time, as names do evolve, because people want to change their surnames because they're no longer acceptable in society. You'd think Dingler would have never made it to 2025. Is the 1-0 down and away? 2-0. You'd have thought that would have gotten cutting off at the knees around the 1960s. The 2-0 pitch, Dylan Dingler. And then you name him Dylan. Super tongue twister. 2-1 count. The double D. I mean, if you're going to have a last name like Dingler, you might as well just name him Joe. It's got to be something one syllable. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider, 2-2. Strider with 1 strikeout, 2 hits allowed, no walks. Mize, if you're just joining us, 2 innings, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The 2-2 from Spencer. Turns and fires. He went around, strike 3. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers are so. 2 away. Second strikeout on the day, and that'll bring Zach McKinstry to the plate. McKinstry, the utility knife for the Detroit Tigers. Nathaniel Dingler rhymes with a lot of things. Curveball right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Good to see everybody in the chat. Didn't get a chance to do the roll call because, well, we did not know the game was starting a half hour earlier. The 0-1 right there on the outer edge. 1-0. It's one of the problems with the Braves not having any kind of real presence on the road anymore via the Riders is the 0-2. Chops it through the middle. It's off of Ozzy's glove. He'll bounce it, kick it, and the runner will make it to second base with ease. I don't think he's going to get him. I think McKinstry with pretty good speed. They ought to call that an infield single to see how they play it. But he was going to have to. I mean, it was going to have to be a perfect. I don't know if he's even going to be able to have the arm strength to turn against his body and go all the way to first. So we'll call it an infield single. That's what they have it on the board as well. In the bottom of the order now, Javi Baez. First pitch. 92. Down below the knees, it's 1-0. 1-0. Infield back and to the left. Strider flips it over to first real quick. Just 6 more games of Atlanta Braves baseball this week. The runner goes, the 1-0, swing, pounded down the third base line, thankfully fair. If that's, or foul, excuse me. If that ball's fair, McKinstry's probably going to score because he was off to the races. And unless he doesn't see the ball and slides into second, he is going to score for sure. One. Runner stays. Swing, chops a foul, 1-2. So now Strider, who's at 41 pitches, so he had a pretty long first inning, evidently. They throw it over to first. Did he get him? Oh, man, that was close. Spencer Strider turned and fired over to first. He had McKinstry leaning. Looks like he probably got in there by the time Olsen applied the tag. As the 1-2 runner goes now. Swing pops it up, and that should end the inning. Harris coming in. He'll make the running catch on the fly. 75% of your world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. We'll grab the bats when we return. Harris leads us off.
I'll take one terrible beer filled up way too high so I spill most of it, and a too long hot dog on a too short bun. And do you have mustard and relish?
Yeah, it's right there between the entrance and the exit to the bathroom.
Perfect. And can I get a bag of unsalted peanuts? You know, something I would never eat anywhere else in the world?
Sure, here you go.
Great, great. I can't wait to have diarrhea in the stall with no door while 20 guys wait for me to finish.
When we make what the men make and get the crowds that the men draw, then we should get paid the same. Literally, the men fund our leagues, and we will still whine that we don't get paid enough. And honestly, it makes all of us look bad, because instead of being thankful for the league that we have, we go out and whine and complain about the pay. I don't hear the men whining about OnlyFans models getting paid more than them. I don't hear the men whining about models getting paid more than them. Kendall Jenner is the highest paid supermodel. Where are the male supermodels? But whenever men dominate in an industry, women will just complain. Yes, let's not live in this delusion.
If it changes, I don't see why equality should be the only ambition for the women. If it turns out that in some sport women get more viewers watching and therefore draw more revenue, I'm all for them getting more money than the men.
Can you name 5 WNBA players? 5 female soccer players?
I mean, I can't name any.
Support
WNBA,
from the
basketball?
feminists.
I don't
we
know.
would get equal pay if we would just get the support from the feminists.
Well, let me tell you.
Name 5.
Let me tell you.
WNBA. I don't even know what the WNBA is.
We need our support.
Armchair.
It was an even bet that Babe would either catch it or get killed by it. His general practice was to run up when the ball was hit and then turn and run back and then circle about uncertainly. All this time the ball was descending, the spectators were petrified with fear, and Mr. Herman was chewing gum, unconcerned. At the proper moment, he stuck out his glove. If he found the ball there, he was greatly surprised and very happy.
Welcome back. Nothing. Your score, top of the third. His first pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball down below the knees of Michael Harris. It's 1-0. Last game of the last road trip for the Atlanta Braves. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. Outside wide. 2-1. From Mize, his 31st pitch of the afternoon. 94 outside wide. 3-1. Harris looked like he may have offered at it, but they did not check down the line. The 3-1. Bangs it foul down the first base side towards the Tarps. It's Carlos Torres on home plate duties today. Your first base umpire is Charlie Ramos. It's a 3-2. That ball is drilled foul down the first base side. Second base will be manned by Alfonso Marquez, and down the third base line, it's Ben May. We head home tomorrow night to face the Nationals, and then it's the Pirates on the weekend. The 3-2 swing. That ball's given a blast. Get up. Caught at the wall on the fly by Perez. Good running catch, one away. He hit it in the deepest part of the ballpark. Comerica Park indents towards the right center field area. If it's just a little to the right, it's pay dirt. You really want to head for the corners in this park if you're trying to get one out. Brujan starting over Nacho Alvarez today because he hit 2 home runs. The 1-0. It's fouled down the line, and it's just going to get out of play. It's 1-1. Vital Brujan, just like we like our third baseman, no home runs on the year, 8 RBI. Shanks that foul. It's 1-2. Standing on deck is Profar. If anybody can get on, Matt Olson would be due up fourth. The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. It is not Brujan's fault at all. It just you know Brujan probably got the lineup card. Goes, are you serious? As the 2-2, that ball sizzled into center field, through for a base hit, and it's the first base hit for your Atlanta Braves. The light hitting third baseman.
Hitting? It's not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
It's Willis saying. First pitch on the way. He's up top. Slider. It's 0-1. Man, don't believe everything you read on the interwebs. Willis says the air is thicker in Northern City. The 0-1. Gibson fires. Down and in. 1-1. First of all, you never stuck your head out in the state of Florida in August if you think air's thicker up north. 1-1 count. It's like pea soup down here. Swing, pops it up. Into left field. Making the catch is Riley Green for out number 2. So Profar 0 for 2 on the day. Now that will bring Olson to the plate. Matt Olson, 1 home run away from number 29, a number he has hit every single season in full seasons in his major league career. Obviously, the pandemic does not count. I want to see him get 30 this year. Mize flips it over to first to keep Brujan close by. We're doing pubby subs today for lunch. John's got the shrimp tacos. Tree's got the stuffed peppers. Sleepwalking's got hamburger, mashed taters. The first pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball right there. It's 0-1. Sleepwalking going with the Atkins version of the hamburger. He doesn't have a bun on it. The 0-1's outside wide 1. Willis has eggs and beer. I hope those are separate. Willis, hope you didn't just mix that all together. 1-1 count. Swing, rips it through the infield. That's through for a base hit. And Matt Olson does what he does. He sends Brujan over to third. We got runners on first and third.
This is
2
not
outs.
watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Good hustle by Brujan. He was off to the races. Once again, I'm not getting on to Brujan. You know what I was trying to say a second ago was, Brujan got the line. He goes, are you serious right now? You're going to make me start the day after this guy hits 2 home runs. That's all they're going to do is break out the microscopes on Braves X. First pitch to Acuna is inside for a sinker. It's 1-0. eggs are boiled in the beer? Oh, you got the hard-boiled eggs? Beer? Clear the room, man. You don't want to be sitting next to Willis this afternoon. The 1-0's in the dirt. Ball 2-2 in it. 2-0 count. But that's good though. Righty-righty matchup. 2-0. Floats a slider in there. Man, that looked like something. And you get the idea when you see Acuna bobbing his head and go, man, I should have swung at that. That was right down Main Street. That's the perfect slider. 2-1 count. Swing. Lifts it into center field. That's down for a base hit. One run will score. Matt Olson was coming around on contact. He'll take third base. Bruhan comes across the plate. And your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
Bravo.
Fought that one off. He came in with the heat inside after flipping that slider out there. He just had enough strength to get it over the head of the leaping Torres at second. They're going to have a quick chat out there on the mound, man. It's the pitching coach out there. Chris Fetter, even though he doesn't wear a number, that's some kind of a slacker. It really takes me back to my youth when I see some of these screens in the background. The Bucks and Jets are playing, and they have got the 80s uniforms, both of them. Really cool to see. Why the Bucks ever change their uniforms? So dope. Of course, I want the Astros to bring their jerseys back. First pitch on the way is a slider right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. 96 inside. 0-2. Braves 1, Tigers nothing. Baldwin flied out to left his first time up to end the inning. Steps out of the box and now digs in. The 0-2. 95 outside wide. Did he go around? He did not. 1-2. Where is this focused? 1-2 count. This thing's really behind. I'm going to have to try to refire it up for y'all to break. The 1-2. Swing, lifts it. Into left, that'll end the inning. F7 in your scorecard, but not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. Bravo! It's 1-0 here in Detroit City.
December 26th, the First Battle of Trenton was fought in 1776. The snowstorm made crossing the Delaware difficult, but now would help mask the approach of two colonial columns from the north, one led by Washington, the other General Sullivan, needed since it was now 8 a.m. well past dawn. American troops surprised a Hessian guard post, firing the first shots. The Hessian garrison, led by Colonel Johann Rall, was caught off guard. Their soldiers were exhausted from recent skirmishes and holiday celebrations. Contrary to legend, they were not drunk, but Rall himself had been fatigued and may not have adequately prepared a defense. The battle's turning point came when the Americans positioned their artillery on high ground, commanding the streets of Trenton. Hessians' attempts to rally were met with devastating fire, and after fierce street fighting, Rall was mortally wounded. Of the 1,500 Hessians, 22 were killed, 83 wounded, and nearly 900 captured, while the Americans only suffered 2 dead and a few wounded. Had Colonel Cadwalder gotten his group across the river to the south, perhaps no Hessians would have escaped. Instead, they stopped the colonial advance along a creek south of town before escaping. Still a much-needed victory for Washington.
Ted eventually balked at it and put an end to it, so I guess Whitey had to make a decision.
The decision was to solve his dilemmas in the bullpen at catcher by way of a single blockbuster deal with the Milwaukee Brewers.
I said, you guys want to win a pennant? Well, how would you like Ted Simmons, and Vukovich, and Finger?
Part of Herzog's genius, he wanted to move those three big guns out of the National League where they couldn't hurt him.
One of the players he did hold on to for the 1981 season was his shortstop, Gary Templeton, a talented but volatile all-star who'd end up at the center of an infamous incident in August.
Templeton had been nursing a hamstring injury, and Whitey said, don't run real hard if you don't have to.
Templeton fails to hustle on a play, and as he's coming off the field, the St. Louis crowd lets him hear it.
He was walking back to the dugout, and I picked up his glove, was going to hand it to him, and I saw him flip the fans off.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Spencer Strider goes back to work, sleepwalking, says, y'all got me fired up. I'm driving into this box of beer. Well, I've done that before, sleepwalking. First pitch on the way is a curveball down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. Top of the order, Parker Meadows for the Tigers. 1-0. Four-seam fastball misses. 2-0. Didn't get a chance to do it at the top of the game because of the early start time that they just kind of sneak attacked us with. Left to right across the outfield for the Braves is Profar, Harrison, Acuna. And around the horn is the 2-0. High and out of the zone. Pops off the glove of Drake Baldwin, 3-0. Around the horn, it's Bruhan, Kim, Ozzie, and Olsen. The Drake is behind the plate. The 3-0 pitch. Right there, 95, P at the knees on the inner cut. It's 3-1. You'll see a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and a change from Spencer Strider. These days, he's throwing that four-seamer about 52% of the time. The 3-1, 95 misses, ball 4. Slider comes in at 36% of the time, so he's really a two-pitch pitcher, but he does have the curve and change that he throws at 8% and 4% respectively. Gleyber Torres, the batter. First pitch is a slider outside wide. 1-0. Mr. Gleyber singled his first time up. Go around, check swing, check down the line, and first base umpire, Charlie Ramos, says he did not tune it. The 2-0 count. And I believe they're going to call a balk on Spencer Strider. So that'll send the runner back to down to second. Yeah, he balked. He started and stopped. It wasn't something he did intentionally, just one of those glitches you get in your head sometime when you just don't expect to do it. And cost him a base. The slider down the way, 3-0. Pull the cameras back so you can get a view of anything going on in the base paths here. 3-0 to Torres, heart of the order here. Carpenter on deck. The pitch, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So Spencer Strider, who struck out 2 in the first 2 innings, has now walked 2 here in inning number 3. Drake's going out there, and it's probably really just to give him a chance to reset. He's a fiery competitor. The entire infield is now on the mound. And they're just talking to him right now. What's going on right here is Kranitz finally comes out. Kranitz was buying time for them to go. Either that or Kranitz was asleep too. He finally got out there. And I'm expecting there's some kind of conversation with everybody on the mound out there that's very reminiscent of Bull Durham. We're talking about wedding presents. Kranitz says meeting adjourned. He might just be saying, we're going to get home early today. You want to go get a beer somewhere in Atlanta? Carpenter stands at the plate. First and second, nobody out. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, curveball. It's on ball. You're really dating yourself, Willis. Talking about bars giving out pretzels and popcorn. That is a long time ago, my friend. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. Some of the things I see is a 1-1 swing, chops it foul, 1-2. 1-2 count. Spencer could really use a strikeout here, but we'd take a double play. Standing on deck is Riley Green, so another tough left-hander. Carpenter with 26 home runs, Green with 34, combined 60 home runs between the two, and it doesn't get easier as Torkelson is in the hole with 31. The 1-2 count. Swing, bang. High and deep. Into the right field corner. Acuna's got it. He'll fire it into the infield. They're going to hold the runner. Wow, what a throw by Acuna. Now I wish you would have went. Holy cow. Acuna revved up and threw an absolute missile to third base. I don't know if they would have gotten him because the throw was offline, but it got there in a hurry. You probably don't get him because the throw's up the line, but he got there in such a hurry. Brujan probably has time to grab it and dive to third. Riley Green, the batter, first pitch on the way, 96. Out wide, it's 1-0. I kind of figured that, Willis. I'm just giving you a hard time. 1-0. Inside, 2-0. And if you are old, as you say you are, you would know we're giving people a hard time. Anyone below the age of 20, you can't do it. They'll get up in their fields. The 2-0 count. We're going to hit the out-of-town scoreboard here in a second when we get a chance. Pitch on the way, drops a slider in there, just touches the edge. 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout there. We're not out of the woods yet. 2 down. Spencer Torkelson, the torque wrench, if he ever gets traded to Atlanta. Standing in, 244 average. 31 bombs, and he hit one yesterday. First pitch. Hanging slider up there. That's not what you want to do. That's what he did. That's the pitch he hit out yesterday. One of those cement mixers, about belt high. Strider got away with that one. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Another one. He's playing with fire. It's 0-2. I have to look, but I can't look right now. If he throws another one of those, it's going to be Katie bar the door. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Finally got it down a little lower. Man, was he playing with fire. We'll be back in a flash. Braves lead it 1-0 here in Detroit City.
The other day, I went to a steakhouse for a friend's birthday, and she ordered a steak, and the waitress goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" I'm like, that's a weird way to order it, but whatever. So she asked my friend, "How do you want your cow cooked?" My friend says, "I want it medium rare," or something like that. And so then I wasn't in the mood for a steak. I wanted a hamburger. I'd been craving a hamburger. So I order, the cheeseburger. And she goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I kind of like awkwardly look at my friend because I was like, I feel really embarrassed. Do I point out that it's not cow? Like, a hamburger is a pig. Everyone knows ham comes from pig. So I joked back. I was like, well, I want my pig cooked well done. You're not supposed to eat pork like uncooked. Everybody knows that. That's why it's always been super weird to me that people will get like red in the middle on their burgers. And so she looks back at me and she goes, "You mean your cow?" And I'm like, I don't know how to have this conversation right now. Like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to educate you kindly. And I was like, sure, my cow. But it was so bizarre. I'm like, how do you not know? It's literally in the name. It's a hamburger. There's no hope for the world.
As the 1981-82 offseason got underway, Whitey Herzog's top priority as GM was to find a taker for his shortstop, Gary Templeton, and to his stunned delight, he got a call from a club he talked to the year before about a replacement he saw as an absolutely perfect fit.
Dick Williams was the manager of San Diego, and he said, "Are you still interested?" Templeton for Ozzie Smith. I about fell off the seat. He would dive for balls, spin up and throw people out. The only thing I didn't realize was Ozzie had a no-trade contract. Well, I flew to San Diego.
Whitey, when he came to recruit me, said that if you come and play for us, there's no reason that we can't win at all. That was very, very special for me. And so I came here and my life changed.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Casey Mize goes back at it. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. High and out of the zone to Ozzie Albies. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Casey Mize goes to splitter inside 2-0. He is at 55 pitches to start the fourth inning. That's pretty high from where he wants to be. Braves got to make sure they keep working the count. 2-0, swing and a miss. 2-1. One of our famous six-pitch innings would get him right back on track. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chops it up the middle. It's going to be an easy 6-3 put out. Baez to Torkelson. One away. One up, one down. Hassan Kim coming to the plate. The convenience store. 0 for 1 on the day, batting .253. First pitch, swing and go. Get up! Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong. His 5th home run of the year. You could tell he had grooved that the moment he swung. The only question was, he hit it so hard, was it going to stay up? Hassan Kim makes it 2-0, a solo shot. His 5th jack, and that's a fact. Deuces, baby, 2-0. Righty-righty matchup now. Marcell Ozuna takes the 1-0 off the plate. Slider nowhere near the zone. 2-0. Mize now at 60 pitches, and for folks who don't keep up with that Typically, this is where you want to be when you end the fourth. The 2-0. Swing, chops it foul to Ozuna. 2-1. So let's say for giggles, he throws 10 more pitches in this inning to get 2 more outs. He'd be sitting at 70, and it'd be hard-pressed to get him past the 5th inning. And then we can get into that Tiger bullpen that we have feasted on. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2. Splitter messes out wide, full count. Payoff pitch, swing. Pops it back, foul, do it again. The payoff, down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Good at bat there by Marcell Ozuna. Not only does he work his way aboard, but he runs that pitch count up even higher. Michael Harris, the second, comes to the plate. First pitch, 94th innings. 1-0. Swung on, scissors it back, foul. Braves 2. Tigers nothing. Seeing these throwback jerseys in the NFL today, I'm going to pose a question up here. Put the answers in the chat as the 0-2. 94 misses high, 1-2. What is your favorite non-Braves jersey in all of baseball? One-two count. Comes set, brings it, swing and a miss. Strike 3, splitter. 2 down. Vital Brujan will be your batter. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Came around to score. Ronald Acuna Jr. drove him in his last time up. First pitch to Brujan, swing. That ball is hammered towards third to right field. Making the leaping catch at the wall is Perez. He didn't rob a home run, but he robbed extra bases. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. It's 2-0. The convenience store is always open, baby.
She's sitting up there talking about I wasn't romantic enough.
That's petty.
Exactly. I was like, I'm not romantic. I ate 6 cookies out of your ass. So I don't give a what she was talking about. I don't know where it was.
You what?
Name the least annoying fan bases according to 1,000 surveys.
Orioles.
They are number 3 on the list.
Let's go with Cardinals.
No. I'll say one of these are a little surprising to me.
Do you find them annoying?
Personally, no. But I think that there is a particular fan base that would.
Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays are number 5 on this list.
I have no problem with them. You have no problem with them. We know some people that do. Giants.
They are not on the
Damn
list.
it. We're going to keep going. The Rockies.
The Rockies are number 4 on this list.
Needed that. The Royals?
The Royals are number 2 on the list.
Mariners.
The Mariners are number 1 on the list.
Let's go
Jolly
Seattle.
Olive.
Let's go Seattle.
You know, Ozzie Smith could have been a gymnast. I mean, he was really a gymnast at shortstop. Best hands I've ever seen an infielder have. He developed a release that I think is probably unmatched history of the game as far as catch and throw.
I think pretty much everybody loved Ozzie Smith. I mean, he was the guy.
I don't think anybody ever will play the game any better defensively than Ozzie at shortstop. And that was kind of the glue that put the club together.
Oz would headline a cast of characters who'd grow to become beloved in St. Louis in 1982. There was also leadoff hitter Lonnie Smith, a.k.a. Skates, who led the NL with 120 runs scored. And then the surprise rookie sensation Willie McGee, who'd been acquired the year before.
Well, I think we don't win if we don't get Willie. Willie not only came in and sparked us offensively, but also with his glove. He was a tremendous fielder.
There's so much responsibility on the center fielder, especially in Old Busch Stadium, where center field was like 2 football fields. And no one ever looked better in baby blue than Willie McGee.
Welcome back, Braves country. Spencer Strider goes back to work. Braves lead it 2-0. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball to Pencil Perez. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. 94 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. 2-0. Spencer Strider has struck out 4, but he's walked 2. Scattered 3 hits. A little bit of rain starting to come down here in Detroit. 2-0. Outside wide 3-0. I'm going to guess the conversation went something like this. We don't know if we can get this game in. The Braves said, well, we're not coming back to Detroit. Is it 3-0? Right there for a strike, 3-1. So if the game ends at the end of the 5th inning, it is what it is. And then Cleveland got on the horn and goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all better play that game. The 3-1, down and in, ball 4. So another walk by Strider, his 3rd in just over 3 innings. And Dirk Dingler's coming to the plate. Washington leads the Mets 3-0. We hit your out-of-town scoreboard. That game is in the 2nd inning in New York. Slider misses outside wide. It's 1-0. Yankees nothing, Orioles nothing. They're in Baltimore in the 2nd inning. Pirates lead the A's 2-0. I guess some of these I can just skip over because unless you have a severe gambler, you probably don't care about these scores. 1-0. Check swing, 1-1. Guardians and Twins start here in a little bit. That's a big one. 1-1. Jason fires, runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second, way off the bag. And it'll be an easy stolen base. Once again on Mr. Baldwin. That throw was nowhere near the ball. They're going to make him an everyday catcher in major leagues. They've got to work on him big time in the offseason. The 2-1 count. Swing, rips it off the glove of Kim. He will corral it. It's going to be an infield single. That ball was smoked, but he did a great job of staying with it. Otherwise, the runner at second is at least standing at first, if not coming home to score. So great job of staying with it. And you keep the force play alive at every base. Now, once again, and this is how it started last inning, 2 on, nobody out. First pitch on the way to McKinstry. It's a curveball in the dirt. It's 1-0. McKinstry, 1 for 1 on the day. Had an infield single. That was the one that was banged off the glove of Ozzie Albies. 1-0. Swing. Fouls it back. They did give that a base hit, by the way. That's an iffy one. I guarantee you Kim would tell you he should have had that one. The ball was hit hard, but it was right at him. And in Major League, it's got to be expected to be caught if it's hit right at you. 1-1 count. Slider misses to him. Pitch, swing and a miss at the slider, outside edge, evens up the count 2-2. So Deuce is wild now. The Braves lead 2-0. 2 on, a 2-2 count with a 2-run lead. Pitch to McKinstry, swing and a miss, strike 3. He's got the nickel, number 5, 1 away. Slider. Javi Baez starts off the at-bat. Well out of the zone, 1-0. Baez flew out to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 1-0 from Strider. Brings it. Another slider, misses 2-0. Really has not placed that pitch well. Even in that strikeout against Torkelson, 2 of them just hung up there. I don't know why he's not living more on that fastball like he normally does. The 2-0 pitch. 94 just misses the edge. 3-0. He's in danger of loading the bases now. Standing on deck is the top of the order. It's Parker Meadows and Gleyber Torres. The 3-0. Swing and a miss. 94. Outer edge. Baez going for the downs on that one. It's 3-1. He said, I got one to play with. I'm going to open the buttons here on my jersey and give it a rip. The 3-1 pitch. Swing. Smokes it over to third. It's going to be a 5-4-3. Rally killing. Inning ending. Double play. Brew-ha-ha. We'll be back in a flash.
Guys, if you don't slow the down, I'm gonna kick your kneecaps in. I got tiny legs and a frozen margarita.
I'm passing the phone to somebody that always leaves her keys in the door.
I'm passing the phone to someone who never went to college.
Ow. Okay. I'm passing the phone to somebody who whispers cute things in her sleep.
I'm passing the phone to someone who will never be 6 foot.
Okay. I'm passing the phone to somebody whose feet stink even after they shower. Huh? What's up with that? Huh?
I'm passing the phone to a 30-year-old that can't grow a beard.
Okay. I'm passing the phone to somebody who farts louder than a man.
Don't say stuff like that.
I thought we were doing compliments.
Do it again.
Okay, fine. I'm passing the phone to somebody who can eat a whole pizza. Wait, where are you going? I think it's impressive, honestly. I love that about you.
Maybe the most colorful character was righty Joaquin Andujar, who blossomed into an ace a year after coming over from the Astros.
Herzog talked to Bill Verdon on the Astros manager, and Verdon said, Whitey, he's got a live arm, but let me tell you something, this guy's out of his mind.
Brought a flair to our team. He was a fun guy to pick on in the clubhouse. You know, he was an easy target.
We knew he was deathly scared of snakes. So what do? You bring out snakes. It's one of those things that he loved because it made him feel a part of what we were doing.
The Cardinals would win 92 games and NL title in 1982, stealing 200 bases along the way, with record crowds flooding Busch Stadium to catch the Redbirds winning with a style all their own.
It's hard to believe, but Cardinal fans in a way, from the mid-'70s through 1980, had almost become accustomed to mediocrity.
But once you start winning and once the fans, buy into what's going on, everybody wanted to be a part of it.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio. Let's get some runs, boys and girls. Jerickson Profar, the batter, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Gave that one away. He's 0 for 3. Easy catch over there at first base after it finally came down for Torkelson. One pitch, one out. Not what you want, especially from your leadoff hitter. Matt Olson, the batter, Mize at 71 pitches. First one to Olson, outside wide. It's 1-0. This is outside wide, ball 2-2. Two-0 count. Floats a slider up there at the top of the zone. 2-1. Two-1 outside wide, 3-1. Down below the knees, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk for the Ice House.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Ron Acuna Jr. takes the first pitch for a sinker up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Hit an RBI single in the third inning, giving the Braves the lead at the time 1-0. And just joining us, Hassan Kim went yard to make it 2-0. The 0-1 four-seamer right there on the outer edge, 0-2. The 0-2. Through the slurve that time. Punches it foul. The 0-2. Four-seam fastball just misses outside wide, 1-2. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Blew the sinker in on his hands. Couldn't catch up. 2 down. One on, 2 outs, and Drake Baldwin, the batter, first pitch swinging, held up. Just a bit kind of a hesitated swing. It's 0-1. The 0-1 down and away. 1-1 count. Infield back into the right. Pitch on the way. Swing, slaps it down the left field line. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. It is up against the wall, rolling around. Here comes Olson with those long giraffe legs. He's taking forever, but he'll score. And your Atlanta Braves with a 2-out triple assisted by the diving attempt of the outfielder out there, will take it. And it's 3-0.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Drake is good. Helping his case for the NL Rookie of the Year. Green dove out there for the ball. And I know he's trying to make a big play, but if you're smart about it, realizing how slow Olsen is, your job is to make sure that ball doesn't get by you. If he takes a different route, he's going to be able to knock it down, and the most Olsen's going to get is to third base. 1-0, swing, slaps it over there to second. Ozzie gives up the at-bat. 4-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. The Mize at 86 pitches will go to the bottom of the fifth, leading by Trey.
They were not kidding when they said that these cups are like weapons. All right, I bought myself upside the head, almost got a concussion. All right, don't mess with a woman carrying one of these.
Christmas night, December 25th, George Washington led one of the most daring attacks of the American Revolution in 1776. After months of retreat across New Jersey, Washington's army faced the grim reality of plummeting morale, with most enlistments ending January 1st. Desperate to salvage the cause, Washington resolved that bold action was their only chance, so he himself convinced many soldiers to give him just 2 more weeks. As with the defeats at Long Island and Manhattan, his plan was audacious and required tremendous coordination. Washington would again divide his forces. 3 groups were to cross the ice-choked Delaware River, converging on Trenton by 5 a.m. from different directions. While the famous painting of the event portrays a heroic scene, the reality was chaotic. Finding boats that would support horses and cannon proved difficult. A major winter storm rolled in, with freezing rain, snow, and strong river currents hampering progress. The soldiers, poorly clothed and many barefoot, suffered greatly, with some succumbing to the cold. The southern group couldn't get across the river, and the 2 that did were 3 hours behind schedule.
It just was different. Every other team played one way, and the Cardinals played a different way.
Drummer stealing home. He is safe, and the Cardinals win. Drummer stole home.
People were like, hey, we got something here. And that became Whitey Ball.
We became what I call a blue-collar team. Give us 10 singles, we're going to entertain you.
Whitey Ball got the Cardinals into the playoffs, where in a best-of-5 NLCS, they'd meet Joe Torre's Atlanta Braves, a team with a more traditional approach to driving in runs.
They were good. They had Chambliss, they had Bob Horner, and Dale Murphy.
They didn't have any left-handed pitchers, and our lineup was pretty dominant left-handed or switch hitters. So, you know, we knew if we could get past Negro, we'd have a pretty good shot.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back, y'all. Spencer Strider set to go back to work, top of the order. A little bit of a delay for some reason, not 100% sure why. Parker Meadows leads it off for the Tigers. Braves lead it 3-0. First pitch on the way is a curveball outside line. 1-0. Swing. Pops it up in foul territory in the infield. Drake Baldwin chases over there. He'll make the catch. F2 in your scorecard. 1 away. Four-seam fastball to Gleyber Torres is outside wide for a strike. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Slider in the dirt. Once again, he's just not getting that good control on that slider. 1-1. Try to give you all a different look here for this at bat. 1-1 count.
Strider comes set. Turns and fires into the dirt. 2-1. I don't know why it zooms out every time. Like, why didn't you just leave it where it is? The 2-1 pitch. He'll throw a bending curveball right there. 2-2. Slider misses outside wide. Full count. Payoff pitch. Swing. Hits it deep down the right field line. Looks like it's going to go foul. It is. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing! Hits it high. Into right field, making the catch is Acuna. 2 away. Yes, Sleep. I'll be interested to see what they do next year because they've added something every year now. With ESPN taking over MLB, this whole thing may go to crap in it, like ESPN likes to do. You'll get cut-ins of Stephen A. Smith telling you what's what. But as the first pitch on the way from Strider's 95 outside wide. 1-0. But I'll be interested to see if they could give us more control because I wish there was a way for us to control it easier. Pre-pitch is the 1-0. Misses 2. What would be awesome down the road is if they could give us 2 different views to give you at the same time. Unfortunately, our application won't allow me to show more than one view. Or I would have done that a long time ago. The 2-0. Swing. Pops it up. Very shallow center field. Kim gives chase. Bare hands it after it hits the ground. Flips it back into the infield, and it's an infield, or a very shallow outfield single. Almost an infield single for Kerry Carpenter. It'll look like a line drive in the scorecard. Dylan Dodd, man, they are throwing that guy's arm off. He's up every single day. If he doesn't even get in, you see him up in the bullpen. He's warming up in the pen. The 0-1. Turns over to first base. They get him. Olsen thinks they got him. They called him safe. Olsen's pointing to the dugout. It was close. That was another good pickoff move by Strider. You'd think by the law of averages we'd get one of them. And they do want to challenge it. Walt Weiss got the nod from up top. The view we're getting right now you can't see. But here we go. Here's the back end of it. I bet the umpire's cutting right in front of that game. You're going to need an overhead view, and I don't know if they have that. Common sense tells me he's out. But the views here are terrible, and then you got the dopey umpire, Charlie Ramos, who cuts in front of the frame, which is not where you need to look. You need to be right where you were at, just take a step closer. And all these umpire schools tell these guys that the less movement you have when you're making a call, the better, because your eyes don't bounce and you see it clearly. Well, he's over there leaping to try. Like, dude, if you just would have stayed where you're at, you could see the whole play. Maybe a lunge forward, but that's about it. I just don't know if they're going to have enough to overturn it, but hopefully they do. When you piece the two together, you see him hit the back shoulder, and then you see his hand hit the dirt, but he did not hit the base. And then after the tag was applied, he then touched and hit the base, but whether or not they'll give it to him. One thing's for sure, give us a chance to talk about the MLB standings right now, because it is getting hot and heavy down the stretch, as you can imagine. And right now, the Guardians are 1 game back. They won that doubleheader yesterday. They have won 10 in a row. The Tigers have lost 5 in a row in 8 of their last 10. So Alfonso Marquez, who for some reason is a crew chief, makes the call and he is safe. Like I said, I understood why they made the challenge, but it was a bad decision by whoever's upstairs making that challenge, because dipstick Charlie Ramos, his hand blocks the whole view from the side you need to see it, just as the play's ending. And honestly, now in today's game, they need to go ahead and tell the umpires, don't move. Because what you're doing is you're blocking the view, and we'd much rather get it right. So even if you're wrong, stay where you're at so that you're not moving around and blocking the camera. The 0-1 pops it up, and Harris will not be able to get to it. Thought he was going to be able to get to it. That thing died quickly. And it's a 2-out single. For some reason, Ozzie Albies had Kim touch second base. I think maybe he thought he didn't touch it, but he did touch second base coming through. Righty-righty matchup. Torkelson, the batter. First pitch, curveball. Did he go around? He did not. It's 1-0. Got to be careful here. He's hung 2 sliders to Torkelson his first time up. He's got to be looking at that, chomping at the bit. Tigers just 1 game in front of the division, the 1-0 right there. Four-seam fastball, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing! Chops it foul. 1-2. It's leaning right now that Wednesday, the doubleheader, is going to be Tigers Guardians. Assuming that is the biggest game, and it appears it's going to be. That'll be a 6:40 first pitch. We'll do the double dip. Braves and Braves and Nationals. 12-15, the 1-2. Just misses outside 2-2. And then we'll take the break, and then we'll do Tigers Guardians that night. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Spencer Strider dancing out of danger. Strikeout number 6. The Braves lead it 3-0.
Hey, Hoochies, we wanted to try the Dr. Pepper coconut. Because y'all know my drink is Dr. Pepper Zero. So I was like, let's stop by the Tarjay and get that coconut. You can try it first. All right, try it. Ooh, it's good. Telling me lies because you know I would spit this mess out if it ain't. It's good. Oh, God, no. Wait a minute. It tastes familiar, but I can't It tastes like a tanning bed. What else? It tastes like a tanning bed in that time I lived in that trailer with my mama.
Normalize answering questions with go yourself. They ask your age, go yourself. The cashier asks, oh, you bought one, do you want this other one for free? Go yourself. Hey, what's your favorite app to play?
In the first game, Braves led 1-0 in the 5th inning, and it rained.
The rain starting to come down again. With one out in the bottom of the fifth inning, this is not an official game.
They waited a long time for it and didn't resume it, so the game was wiped out.
So that gave us a chance to regroup. And in regrouping, we went on and just did what we had done all year.
Take 2 of Game 1 would be a Cardinal blowout, with the veteran Bob Forsch going the distance for the shutout.
Kerr has it and throws. That's a St. Louis winner, 7-0.
Game 2 would be tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th, when Ken Oberfell came to the plate with a runner on second and a chance to win it.
They had first base open and Suter was hitting behind me. I wasn't sure if they were going to pitch to me or not. And Benedict, he was catching. I said, "You guys going to pitch to me?" He looked in the dugout and he goes, "Yeah, we're pitching to you." I said, "Okay."
Butler on the run, reaches up, can't make the tag. And the Cardinals lead 2 games to nothing.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. 3-0 your score. We keep dancing through the raindrops here. We got to get some more runs. It's going to take one swing to get them back in this game. First pitch on the way to Hassan Kim, who blasted a solo shot his first time up. Inside for a ball, it's 1-0. Mize at 87 pitches, the 1-0. Right there, slider. 1-1. Ozuna is next, and then Harris. So depending on where they're at, they may bring a lefty in to face Harris and Brujan, the 1-1. Just grabs the outer edge. Slurp. Nope, they said it was a ball. We'll take it. It hit the zone. But Torres missed that one. So a 2-1 count. Outside wide. 3-1. That one did miss the zone. He may not get to Harris if he walks Kim. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, good four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour. The 3-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. So a full count. Top of the 6th, nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally got him with that sinker. It registered as a sinker. That is not a sinker. But nonetheless went away. That had to be a splitter. First pitch to Ozuna. Foul back, it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Splitter. 1-2. The 0-2 four-seam fastball misses outside. 1-2. Two count, swing and a miss. Slurve off the edge, 2 down. That'll bring Harris to the plate. He's at 97 pitches, so we'll see if they. Looks like they're going to try to get through this. Braves lead it 3-0. Nope, I was right. Here it comes. Hinch grabs the ball. We'll be back in a flash. The left-hander coming to the bump. This date in 1896, Connie Mack announces he is leaving the Pittsburgh Pirates to manage the minor league Milwaukee Brewers of the Western League. The light-hitting catcher retires as a full-time player to accept the deal, including 25% of the club, a precursor to his 54-year reign as the American League Philadelphia Athletics owner. On this date in 1934, in the second game of a twin bill at Ebbets Field, 22-year-old Cardinal hurler Paul Dean, called Daffy by his teammates, becomes the 5th rookie to throw a no-hitter, beating the Brooklyn Dodgers 3-0. His brother Dizzy held Brooklyn hitless until the 8th inning in the opener, settling for a 2-hitter in the team's 13-0 blanking of Dem Bums. Dizzy Dean was quoted after the game as saying, quote, "If I'd have known he was going to throw a no-hitter, I'd have thrown one too," unquote. And on this date in 1987, Darryl Strawberry and Howard Johnson, Hojo, and the straw that stirs the drink, become the first teammates to hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases in the same season when the Straw Man swipes 2 bags in the New York Mets 7-1 victory over Chicago at Wrigley Field. Strawberry is only the 10th member of the 30-30 club, but is the 4th player, along with Hojo, Indians right fielder Joe Carter, and Red center fielder Eric Davis, also accomplished the feat that very season. Welcome back. It's going to be the left-hander Brant Herter, 2.58 ERA. Really hard on left-handers. They're batting just 179 against him. First pitch on the way. The sinker. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Misses out wide. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Sweeper right inside. 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Two to Harris. Swing, chops it, just got a piece of it to stay alive. The 2-2, swing that's dribbled over towards the left side of the infield. No way in the world is McKinstry going to get to that in time. And Michael Harris II is on with an infield single. It's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it.
What the hell about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way from the switch hitter. Bruhan. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, hits it up the middle. And that's going to be a worm burner. That's going to get through for a base hit. Brazel goes station to station. Very shallow hit ball into left center field. Meadows scoops it up. And your Atlanta Braves.
Hitting, not about muscle. Simple physics. Calculate the velocity.
2 on, 2 out, and the top of the order. Profar, man, does he do?
Remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Time for him to get into one. Base hit would score Harris for sure. First pitch on the way. From Herder to Profar. The sweeper outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Lefty righty from the right side. He's at bat. 93. Looks like it missed the outer edge. It did, but a wide strike called by Carlos Torres. 1-1 count. Sweeper misses. 2-0. By the way, that sweeper actually was a little closer than the second pitch that was called first strike. The 2-1 count. Swing, lifts it into right field, but not very deep. Lazy fly ball, making the catch is Perez, and that'll end the inning. Braves lead by 3. Bottom of the order, due up for the Tigers when we return.
Straight people are getting too comfortable. I said what I said. Some things are not yours to talk about, joke about, or say.
No, I was comfortable, and I have to get up to talk about this. All right, so the example you use in your description is stray folks using the word twink, right? My cousin, that man gets filled up more than my truck does. Dude's a puff pastry. Love him to death, but I call him a twink every time I see him. On the other side, I got a buddy with a wife and 3 kids. I call him a twink too. Admittedly, he doesn't take it as well. Now I want to make this clear. Your feelings are valid. I just don't care about them. The nifty thing about life is if people don't like each other, you don't have to hang out with one another. However, the constant need to be liked mixed with the constant need to be right has led to unchecked narcissism.
December 1st, 1763, an unknown lawyer named Patrick Henry rose to prominence in the Twopenny case. The Anglican Church was the official religion of Virginia, and clergy were paid by the colony in the form of 16,000 pounds of tobacco per year. The king approved this law, thus only the king could change it. Instead, the colonial legislature passed the Two Pennies Act, forcing ministers to be paid in less valuable colonial cash at 2 pennies per pound of tobacco owed, a 2/3 loss in pay. Ministers around Virginia were suing and winning in court, including local minister Parson Murray. At the damages hearing, the sheriff was expected to be hit with a huge fine for not collecting enough taxes to pay Murray, so he took a chance on Henry defending him. Henry railed on the government, the king, and the clergy for violating Virginians' rights with unfair taxes, hurting the poor the most. The jury awarded damages of just 1 penny, launching Patrick Henry's career. Combined with James Otis's writ of assistance case, they inspired the public and showed the king and colonial government could be successfully challenged in the court of public opinion. Another one of Ben Franklin's seed sown of total disunion.
One night later, the Cardinals would take a 6-2 lead into the 9th inning of Game 3, with Bruce Sutter on the mound looking to send the Cardinals to the World Series for the first time in 14 years.
Willie McGee is under it, and that's a pennant winner for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Braves lead it 3-0. Spencer Strider, his numbers are in the books. 5 innings, 6 hits allowed, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He threw 101 pitches. That's why he's being pulled. First pitch on the way from Pierce Johnson. Misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Drops a curveball down there. Right there in the zone. Intercut. 1-1. 1-1 count. Cutter. Fouls it back. 1-2. The 1-2. Strike 3. Got him chasing one off the table in the dirt. Good curveball. 1 away. One up, one down. First pitch is a cutter to Dylan Dingler. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup to 1-0. Good curveball, smacks down below the knees, 1-1. One count. Inside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, curveball. That ball is smoked down the left field line. Is it fair? Just foul. That ball was ripped. Saw some folks complaining on X and all the other different outlets talking about wanting to get rid of. Man, was that foul? Looks like they're going to take a look at this. Have to see that one more time. Eyes might be playing tricks on me. It looked like it might have been fair, but I looked down at the stats here for a second before, so I caught like a glimpse of it. Take a look at it. Neither one of the. Here we go. Oof, that's really close. I don't know if there's going to be enough to overturn it. I do know this, we shouldn't take forever to do it like we did yesterday. It's either in or it's out. Call it. Let's come on. If tennis can do it, we can do it. Pierce continues to stay warm because of the slowness of the replay booth. The 2-2 count. This is taking forever. I mean, come on. It's either in or it's out. Let's go. While we take a look at nothing as they keep staring into the dugouts of all the players involved, let's hit the standings once again. Marquez is given some kind of a... They're giving him a base hit. It's probably a grounds rule double. They didn't flash it up on the screen. And yeah, that's it. He's trotting out to second base. So runner at second, one out. Typically, your umpire would give up a 2 and then point to the base, but Alfonso Marquez should not be a crew chief in any planet, much less this one. The Mariners have now taken a 2-game lead over the Astros. That's not nothing. Remember, there's just 7 games to play, including today's. Few teams have 8, but it's a week to play. 1-0 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch on the way. Up top, curveball misses. 2-0. So they're in the hunt for their division out west. The Blue Jays are falling apart. They've lost 4 in a row. The 2-0, down and in, 3-0. The New York Yankees are just 2 games behind Toronto, and if they catch them, they will get the bye. It's enormous to win the AL East. The winner should have, is the 3 O's right there for a strike 3 and 1. The winner should have home field advantage throughout the American League. Unless something really strange happens. The 3-1 count to McKinstry, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. First and second, 1 out. Double play can get you out of the jam. The Phillies have clinched their division. The Dodgers have clinched a playoff spot. The Brewers have all but clinched their division. They clinched a playoff spot along with the Cubs. The Cubs are 7 games back with 7 to play. So their magic number is 1. That's all they need. So you can keep all that in your head. Once again, the American League, and it didn't look like that a couple of months ago. It looked like it was going to be the exact opposite. Well, now the American League is coming down to the nitty-gritty, and the National League is all but sewn up. That's going to be it for Pierce Johnson. We'll stay with you right here during the break because I want to be able to get a chance to get into this without us getting stop and go again. But so when you put all that together, they're all fighting for divisions in the American League. What you're looking at in the National League is the final wild card spots. Now the Padres should cruise. They've got a 4-game advantage over the Mets. And once again, there's only a week to play. The Reds are now 1 game behind the New York Mets. They're on a 4-game winning streak. I believe they have the tiebreaker as well. I don't think that has changed. And you're talking about, I'm going to try to double check that for you as we're going here. But let me see if I can get to, oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. So they took 2 out of 3 versus the Mets in Cincinnati. And let me see what the overall. So they would have played twice. So when they were at New York, they took 2 out of 3 there as well. So they'll have the tiebreaker against the Mets if they can catch the Mets. That's what I thought I had heard, but wasn't 100% on it. But yes, so they will have the tiebreaker. So all they've got to do is catch them. Now, who do they play and who do the Mets play? And this is going to be the big factor. Arizona's 2 back, by the way. It's the first pitch on the way from Dylan Lee. It's a slider right there at the knees to Young. It's 0-1. Skies are starting to darken here. The 0-1 swing pops it out. Back out of play. 1-2. Oh, 2 count. Young in for Baez, so he's batting 9th. The 0-2. Swing. Slices it down the line. Giving chase in foul territory is Olsen, and he just banged into the Little Caesar sign. There's padding on there. He's got a smile on his face getting up, so I think he's okay. But, man, we do not need an injured Matt Olson going into the offseason. If he is okay, it's going to be a very funny clip because he kind of stumbled towards it, lost his footing, and then went doink right into the damn thing. And it does look like that thing moves, so thankfully they haven't put something out there that's made of concrete that he's smacking into. Changeup misses out of the zone. It's 1-2. So the Cubs are going to finish next week. Oh, not the Cubs. I'm sorry. Is it 1-2? Swing and a miss. Strikeout number. Now 2 away. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Lee, but it's the 8th strikeout for the Braves. Jahmai Jones coming to the plate. So tomorrow, the Reds and the Mets are both off. Starting on Tuesday, separated by 1 game, the Reds host the Pirates. The Mets are at the Cubs. Now, the Cubs ought to be putting their best foot forward because they don't want to take their foot off the gas pedal, not this early. If they were playing next weekend, you'd be a little worried if you're a Reds fan, but not the beginning of the week, because you're not going to take that much time off. So those series will play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday is the 0-1. Bang, lifted high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul and out of play. The Reds are at the Brewers. We've been pointing to that series all year long. The Reds are at the Brewers and the Mets are at the Marlins. So the Mets are going to have to finish the season on the road against the Cubs, who will be putting their best foot forward in those 3 games. They'll probably take the foot off the gas pedal this weekend. And then they'll go to the Marlins, who've got nothing to lose. So they're going to be out there swinging for the fences on the Mets. The 0-2, fouls it away. And that is a weird place to play, and the Mets have never fared that well against the Marlins. So the Reds absolutely have a chance to chase them down. The 0-2 in the dirt, good take, 1-2. Meanwhile, if you're thinking about the Diamondbacks, I give them much less of a chance. They're playing the Dodgers and the Padres this week. That's not going to turn out well. I mean, come on. The 0-2, swing, pops it up. Olsen going over there, that same area. He looked about 9 times at that little Caesar sign, make sure he didn't run into it again. He's got a big grin on his face. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 7th we go. 3-0.
You guys want to hear something so up? I was in my bedroom just now, minding my own business. I wasn't bothering anyone. And I overhear my daughter and my husband start talking. And I hear my daughter say, "Dad, come here. Look at this plant. Mom killed it. This plant is so dead." And he goes, "Yeah, I know. Look, come here." And then they start traveling around the house to every one of my plant. And then he ends this whole excursion with, "Yeah, honestly, your mom can't keep alive. We're lucky you're still alive." And then she responds with, "Yeah, that's true." And I just want to say a few things. First, I'm catching rogue ones here. What the did I do to you guys? Second, if I were a plant, I would want water every day, and I would want lots of it. It's not my fault that I love them too much, and then they die.
Cover the point, Fred. Cover the point, Fred. Welcome to Busch Stadium, a park not designed for the power-packed Milwaukee Brewers, but ideal for the St. Louis Cardinals, who run to get their runs and flash quickness on defense to prevent them.
The Brewers were a good team. I mean, they had a lineup. The 1-2 hitters are Hall of Famers.
Manager Harvey Keene's Brewers, Harvey's Wallbangers as they were called, had led the AL in home runs, 23 by the old Cardinal hero Ted Simmons, who made himself right back at home at Busch Stadium in the 5th inning of Game 1.
This one's fair, and he will touch them all. It's now 4-0 Milwaukee.
Things only got worse from there for the Cardinals as they watched the Brewers beat them at their own game.
There's a base hit to center field. Here comes one run in. Here comes another run in. And it's 7-0 Milwaukee.
certainly were surprised, I think, that first game at how they played the way we play.
That's the ball game. Wall bangers have put 17 hits on the board. 10 runs.
That first night left everybody wondering what the heck's going to happen in this series.
First pitch to Matt Olson is right there. Sinker below the knees, just misses. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. As Herder's back out there for the 7th, the 1-0. Sinker at the knees did hit that time. 1-0. And to top it off is the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. They're in the 6th inning. The Nationals have a 3-1 lead over the Mets. The Reds and the Cubs are scoreless going into the 3rd. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. So we'll get a clearer picture by Monday night when we talk to you next about what those two teams are going to be looking, because they could be in a flat-footed tie tomorrow morning, and if they are, the Reds have the tiebreaker. The 2-2. Caught looking, strike 3. Took the sinker right there at the knees, 1 away. We'll see if they'll leave Herder out there to face Ronald Acuna Jr. Looks like that they will. First pitch on the way to Acuna is a sweeper. Right there for a strike. It's a 1. The 0-1. Down and away, 1. One count. Changeup misses. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Sweeper. Outside wide, 3-1. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count. Braves 3, Tigers nothing. The 3-2. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. That's down for a base hit. And Ronald Acuna Jr. has a 1-out single. Second hit of the day. 102 miles an hour off the bat of Acuna.
Bravo.
First pitch to the Drake. Sinker down and away. It's 1-0. 1-0. Right there on the outer edge. 1-1. Tell me you don't know what you're doing by telling me you don't know what you're doing. You realize the Braves are playing the Pirates Saturday night the same time Alabama's playing Georgia? What? The 1-1. Down and away. 2-1. It's a home game. It's a home game in Athens. Brilliant. That is brilliant management there. 2-1 count. Swing, lifts it to left field. That's going to be a blooper down in front of Green, and they'll go station to station. And the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Rules the Drake.
The Drake is good.
It's his second hit of the day. He tripled his last time up. He's now 2 for 4. And he'll raise his batting average up to 273. And it looks like we're going to get another pitching change. It is Conley, who we saw yesterday. He's a pretty tough customer. We'll be back in a flash. First and second, 1 out, leading by only 3. Mac McGee.
And I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
it is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
To join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
Tommy Conley, or King Con as they like to call him, is coming on for the Tigers with his high socks. Ready to set to face Ozzie Albies, who's 0 for 3 on the day. They'll flip it around to the left side. So we know Ozzie's a much... Ozzie had the wrong batting helmet. He had to go back and change it. So we're ready to go. He's a little fortunate he didn't get a violation called on him. First pitch on the way to Conley is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. They are allowed to give some leeway, but some umpires will just go ahead and give you that first strike because you held up the game. The 1-0. Swing, chops it over to first. Going to throw the double play. It's going to be a 3-6 put out. No chance of doubling him up. Ozzie busting down the line. So runners on the corners now with 2 out, and Ha-Sung Kim will be the batter. No, it's Conley, not Kanye. This guy's a pitcher, not a mental patient. 2 on, 2 out. And the rain must be starting to come down because either that or the Tiger fans have absolutely given up on the season. They're all hurrying for the exits. First pitch on the way to Kim is right there. For a strike on the outer edge, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Comes set, brings it high and inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, outside wide to him. Doesn't seem to be much more rain coming down, but man, they took off. There's still fans out there that have put their ponchos on, but a lot of them took off towards the overhangs. Change up on the waist, fouled back out of play. 2-2. Looking at the radar. Looking at this, they should have started this game at noon. The 2-2 count. Down and away. Full count. They would have started this thing at noon. They'd have it wrapped up by now. There are a bunch of showers about 15-20 minutes away, so I don't know if we're going to get this one in. But Braves do have the lead in the 7th, and that's what matters. The payoff pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4, and that'll load the bases. And Marcell Ozuna. A little bit of rain is coming down right now, but if the radar that I just looked at is accurate, there are some big-time showers coming in the next inning or so. Bases loaded. Ducks all over the pond. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. Is there for a strike? It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 count. We're working on the screen, by the way. Just realized it looked like it's been jammed up again. The 0-2. Down and away. Good take. 1-2. Thank you, Jason. 1-2 count. Outside, what? Oh, come on. Called it a strike. Carlos Torres, he has not been good all day long. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. I will say this, a little too close to taking 2 strikes once again from Marcell. They should not be re-signing him.
I accidentally spent $800 on phone sex.
I was doing my makeup in the rearview mirror and I ran over your golf clubs.
I burned a hole in your favorite dress.
You didn't get that promotion because I called your boss a fat ass at the Christmas party.
Well, I purposely dropped that bowling ball on your foot so you couldn't go to your high school reunion.
I'm 2 years older than you think I am.
Tonight, the information superhighway and one of its main thoroughfares, an online network called Internet.
The Internet, a global hookup that permits computers to exchange information. In 1981, only 213 computers were hooked to the Internet. As the new year begins, an estimated 2.5 million computers will be on the network, serving as many as 20 million people.
5 years from now, we're not going to have distinct cable and telephone industries. There's going to be one industry, and there'll be companies carrying bits, little pieces of information from point A to point B.
There are also interactive TV channels where people order movies on demand instead of driving to the local video store. High schoolers can get practice questions for the Scholastic Aptitude Test. These new services add about $10 a month to the average cable TV bill.
The Dodgers' best pitcher was Dazzy Vance, a hefty right-hander with an 83-inch reach, who had been the dominant strikeout pitcher of the 1920s. He literally had a trick up his sleeve.
You couldn't hit him on a Monday. He'd cut the sleeve of his undershirt to the elbow, and on that part of it he'd use lye to make it white, and the rest he didn't care how dirty it was. Then he'd pitch overhand out of the apartment houses in the background at Ebbets Field, between the bleached sleeve of his undershirt waving and the Monday wash hanging out to dry, the diapers and undies and sheets flapping on the clothesline. You lost the ball entirely. He threw balls by me I never even saw. Rube Bressler.
Welcome back. Braves lead it 3-0. Rain continues to come down here. Pretty good rate. Not sure what the whole holdup is here. What if they're taking them off the field? I'm starting to see guys leave the field on the 3D. Yep, that's it. I didn't think we were going to get this one in. Braves lead it 3-0. Should end up being a win unless they bring this back much later. Nonetheless, we'll see you tomorrow, 7:15. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. I'm calling it right here. Braves win it 3-0. It'll be a rain-shortened game in all likelihood. If they do come back, and looking at the radar, it's not likely they would finish it out, but the Braves will have the bullpen set up. Nonetheless, I'm not going to waste your whole Sunday waiting for it to come back. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night. No Braves country today. Tomorrow I've got some stuff I got to take care of on the personal side of what's, I think I've shared with y'all, stuff we've been going through. Got some stuff I got to do on Monday. That's short of it. Don't want to get all choked up again on y'all. And we will see you tomorrow night. Braves return home. And I wish Detroit wasn't even in the playoff race right now, because they would just let them go get on the plane. Hopefully they won't drag it out too long and those boys can get home and get ready for Washington, 3-game series, and then we'll close it out against Pittsburgh. Y'all have a good one, Braves country. Braves 3-0.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.